during the days of the Arba'een, as millions of visitors walked to the shrine of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, saying to him, "Labbayka ya Aba Abdullah, we have come to heed your call." And when we see these millions going to Karbala, we wonder, what is the significance of the journey of the Arba'een? Did the family of Imam Hussein alayhi salam come to visit Karbala on the 40th, 40 days after the massacre of Karbala on the day of Ashura? What is the significance of this journey? And logistically, was it even possible? Logistically, when you examine the journey of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam from Karbala to Syria and back to Karbala, some have questioned whether this could be possible in 40 days. Can you travel that distance in 40 days? Some people have dismissed that or questioned that. But when you logistically analyze the journey from Karbala to Syria and back, you come to the conclusion that indeed it is possible. The distance that the family of Imam Hussein alayhi salam traveled from Karbala to Kufa to Syria and back to Iraq is about 1,400 kilometers. We can estimate that this is the distance. How long does it take you to travel this distance? In those times, if you're traveling on camels and the camel is traveling 12 to 14 hours a day, remember, those enemies did not give rest to the family of Imam Hussein. It was a very arduous, strenuous, difficult journey. You find that you can actually travel this distance in about 2 weeks. So the historians who tell us that the family of Imam Hussein alayhi salam arrived in Damascus in Sham on the 1st of Safar, that's 20 days after Ashura. So it is possible for the family of the Imam alayhi salam to go through these cities and arrive Sham in about 2 weeks, in about 17, 18 days, let's say. They did not spend much time in Damascus, maybe 5, 6, 7 days, and then they went back to Karbala, to Iraq. Logistically, it is possible. If you do the math, the average speed of a camel, 5 to 6 kilometers an hour. A camel can go more than 70 kilometers a day. And so when you do the math, it's possible that they traveled this distance. But what is the significance of this journey? When they reached a crossing point, they were told, "Would you want to go to Medina or go to Karbala?" They said to the one who was driving the camels, "We want to go and visit the graves of our loved ones in Karbala." On the 40th, the caravan of Imam Hussein alayhi salam returns back to Karbala, and they fall on the graves of the loved ones. Jabir ibn Abdullah al-Ansari was also there. What is the significance of this journey? Through this journey, Imam Zain al-Abidin alayhi salam, Lady Zainab alayhi salam, we're sending a message to the world to come to Karbala and stay close to the values and the message of Imam Hussein. The 40th represents going back to your Imam, going back to his values, pledging allegiance to your Imam, and upholding the ziyarat of Imam Hussein. The first opportunity that they had to visit Imam Hussein, Imam Zain al-Abidin and Lady Zainab visited Imam al-Hussein. This is teaching us the value of ziyarat. Today, the millions who go to Karbala, they are following into the footsteps of Imam Zain al-Abidin, of Lady Zainab. The ziyarah of Imam Hussein is very significant. It represents paying back Imam Hussein for his services. You go and you stand before his shrine and you say, "Assalamu alayka ya Aba Abdullah. I thank you for your sacrifice and I will uphold your values." The ziyarah of Imam Hussein kept the values of Imam Hussein alive throughout history, despite the persecution. Why do you think so many governments in history came and they fought the ziyarah of Imam Hussein? Because they knew it wasn't just a pilgrimage, just a visitation. They knew that people would come to Karbala, they would be inspired by the message of Imam Hussein, the legacy of Imam Hussein, the revolutionary spirit of Imam Hussein. And they would go back to their communities fighting injustice and upholding justice. That's what they feared. That's why they tried to stop the ziyarah until recent times. This is the significance of this journey. Go to your Imam, visit your Imam. Allah will bless you under the dome of Imam Hussein. Remember the values of your Imam. The 40th represents a return to the Imam of your time. And in our time, it's also Al-Imam Al-Mahdi Ajjalallahu Ta'ala Farajah that we have to return to. If you want to return to the message of Imam Hussein, you uphold the values of Al-Imam Al-Mahdi. You serve Al-Imam Al-Mahdi. You dedicate justice and good deeds for Al-Imam Al-Mahdi. And you await his return by actively working for justice wherever you are. That's the beautiful significance of this journey. Subhanallah. 13 centuries ago, the family of Imam Hussein alayhi salam went to Karbala. There was nothing there. It was a deserted place. Just you had the plains of Karbala. But they inspired millions of people to go to this place and be inspired by the message of Imam Hussein. No wonder to say today you see millions of people heading to Karbala. They are inspired by Imam Zain al-Abidin, by Lady Zainab. Despite their tragedies, despite the difficulty of that journey, they made it a point to stop in Karbala, to renew the allegiance with Imam al-Hussein salawatullahi alayhi. Assalamu ala al-Hussein, wa ala Ali ibn al-Hussein, wa ala awlad al-Hussein, wa ala ashab al-Hussein.